Hey guys, this is my 2017 Airsoft gun collection with all the current guns that I have here, with exception of a G3 and a M4 EBR that are being repaired as we speak. So let's get on to these guns. I could try and keep this as short as possible. We're going to go with the two pistols that I have for now. Here we have an HFC M9, which isn't too bad to be honest. I put some Beretta grips on it and just a cheap laser light. And then I have an Army Armaments Kimber Warrior M1911. There we go. And those are the only two I own because I'm not a massive fan of pistols. Okay, this is my first SMG. This is a P90 by Tokyo Marui, and I've got a Voltor suppressor on there, and just a cheap EOTech replica. And I think this is stock internally, and it performs amazingly, but externally it's not awfully brilliant. Now we're going on to a Force Core M4 that I own. That is currently up for sale if anyone's interested and is in Europe. There's not much to say about this. It's full metal. It feels pretty solid, but it's not the best of guns. It's a cheapish beginner gun. And here is an awesome G36 that I own, and this is the one with the grenade launcher, and that grenade launcher is from Classic Army. And we also have the sight, which is a red dot and a zoom. Like the P90, this is a Marui, so it performs amazingly, but same problems externally. It's not awfully brilliant. This is probably my most interesting gun in my collection. This is the M4A1 by Inikatsu, so it's a GBR, and it's been very heavily upgraded internally, and I've got a few external parts. We have a Fab Defense handguard, which is real steel, which is awesome, super solid and feels amazing. And we also have a real steel Magpul grip. I don't know which one this is called. It's pretty nice. And the stock is stock. And internally, all the parts are Ratec or GMP upgraded. I use GHK carbon dioxide mags in this, and it performs amazingly and kicks like a beast. On to the next gun. This is my custom M4, mostly Noveski. I've got a Noveski rail system on it and Noveski lower. I think I'm going to swap that out with the GMP lower, which is this one, or maybe the Smith & Wesson M&P15 lower that I have here. I'm not sure yet. Internally, this has been upgraded completely with a high torque motor and quite a lot of Lonex and Ultimate parts, I think. And I've got a replica Trigicon ACOG there. On this, I have some really nice rail covers, an AFG type grip, and I also have a micro red dot. And the coolest part of this gun, I think, is the flash hider, which is actually a real steel Surefire flash hider, which is awesome. And on the other side, I have a GMP flashlight. Up next is my G&G EBR, which is a beast. This performs amazingly and looks amazing in my opinion. The only problem is that it's fucking heavy and basically unusable. But it's more of a wall piece than anything else. And internally this is all stock, and externally I have done very little. I've got a horrific scope on this. It's horrible. One of those cheap Knights Armament grips. Here I've got a rather interesting gun. It's a DTW, so it's a clone of the PTW, and this thing is internally upgraded like crazy, and it's got a LaRue rail system and performs amazingly. And so of course it's a clone of the PTW, so it has the removable cylinder, so you can just remove that and chuck a new one in that's either higher powered or lower powered. And it's amazing, and I think this one's going to go up for sale as well, so if anybody's interested and is in Europe, message me. No Airsoft Collection is complete without one of these guys, which is a really cheap Franchi SAS shotgun. This is not a tri-shot shotgun, this is only a one-shot shotgun, and the grip's kind of fucked up. This thing is full plastic, but it performs pretty amazingly. It has quite a high FPS and is extremely accurate for what you are paying for. This is probably one of the most interesting pieces in my collection. This is a old gen PSG 1 by Tokyo Marui. And this I'm currently upgrading and putting a V2 gearbox in it so it can accept V2 parts. And it also has the scope, which is somewhere else now, and the bipod included, so it's the whole package. And as soon as this is done, I think this is going up for sale too. I'm not going to ask for too much, so if you're interested. This gun is pretty much full plastic, so it's extremely creaky, but it's more of a collector's item than anything else, and it's pretty awesome. This is my Scar L by G&G, not the VFC one, and it's amazing. Externally it is stunning. It's built with an aluminium upper and polymer lower, and quite a lot of it's polymer like the real one. Internally I've got loads of upgrades. I've got a Mad Bull barrel, which I highly suggest because they're pretty cheap and they perform pretty well in my opinion. I've just got a cheap red dot on this and that's it. Yet another Tokyo Marui gun. This is the Tokyo Marui MP5 SD. So it's got the suppressor. And this thing for now is missing actually the fire selector, which should be coming soon. I think I've ordered one. And this one will be up for sale too, just because I don't like the suppressor. I don't like the SD version. It's metal and plastic polymer, and it has externally quite a few ICS parts, so it feels a lot more solid than the stock Tokyo Marui do. And internally it's stock and performs amazingly. This is my SR25 that I'm currently building, and this is the GMP version, which is extremely rare. You hardly see any of these anymore. I previously owned the A&K version, which externally was a piece of crap, and it used the elongated V2 gearbox, which is hard to find parts for. And this one externally feels amazing, seeing it's GMP, and internally it uses a V2 gearbox, which is really easy to tech, and you can find parts anywhere. So it's an awesome gun. Thanks for watching. This has been my quick overview of all my airsoft guns. If you have any questions about any of the guns or previous guns that I've owned, which I'm going to post in the description down below, don't hesitate to ask me. I can make videos about any of these guns in the future, if you want a more detailed overview of each gun. Seeing as this is my first video on this channel, I mean 5 million likes would be cool. Anything less I'd be honestly disappointed, so if we can hit 5 million likes that would be crazy. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like this video. I'm sure to make more videos in the near future about these guns and other guns that I'm going to own.